Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. My name is Audrey, also known as Audrey on the online/hooping community. This is Hooping Live. Our show is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. It's a show all about hooping, hoop dance, and also random things that hoopers like to bring up, which if you're a hooper, you know that the randomness can be a big part of your life. So needless to say, this is a show dedicated to helping you in your hooping journey and in your everyday basis of getting through this thing called life. And if you look at the description of the show, it's called Loving Life, and I wanted to kind of focus, one second. I wanted to spit my gum out because I felt like that was rude. I wanted to really focus on loving life, and we can focus on hooping as well. I want to, so don't feel just because I'm making a certain topic that you can't ask me about certain hooping tricks, moves, or questions. My hands are apparently just birds in flight today and all over the place. But I wanted to just kind of talk about loving life a little bit and kind of dedicate this once again to appreciating what we all have right now, even if things are hard. But until you guys kind of start coming in, which it kind of takes Google a while to kind of show how many of you are in the who are watching, and it takes the comments a while to load. I'm going to just kind of talk about some general stuff until everyone comes in. If you're new to the show, I will do a demo in a second and show you what hoop dance is. And if you are a viewer of the show, then think about some comments or questions that you might want to ask me throughout the next 45 minutes. I will be ending the show at 9:45 tonight. I have some family matters that I need to take care of, so I will be ending it then. We have been kind of running short on time with questions and stuff because a lot of people have been asking amazing comments lately. So if you do want to get something kind of out there into the Hooping Live hooposphere, go ahead and comment down below as you would on any YouTube video. If you don't have anything in mind yet, that's fine. Just let me know as soon as you can so I can answer your comments or questions live during this show. Now, all the shows are recorded, so you can rewatch any show that I've done as many times as you wish after the show has ended. So if I teach something on the show and you need to rewatch it a few times to learn it, you're able to do so. And you can also keep commenting on it as well. I'm trying to go back and comment on old shows as much as I can. I have been going through a lot of stuff recently, so it's been a little tough for me to be focused. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't want you to feel like I'm just abandoning you, but you know, I try to be here every Monday night and as positive and present as possible. So until I am settled into my new living situation and I have some personal matters taken care of, I might be a little distant. And I'm not trying to be. It's just sometimes life just likes to really smack you in the face multiple times at once instead of once every now and then. It's just right in the face. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm in a multiple smackage of the universe. So I'm trying to get through all that. But anyway, while you guys grab your tea or water or whatever you need tonight, it was a loud car. I will do a demo. I am, it looks like, the only one running the show tonight. Becca has been trying to come in and out, but it looks like she's having some technical difficulties. So if things are running a little slow, please don't get irritated. I am doing my best running this by myself. But what I really appreciate is that you guys are so awesome, even though it's just me. I was afraid that if it was just me kind of on the show, then I might lose viewers, but I've actually increased viewers. So that's awesome. Anyway, so I will, if I look over here, I'm trying to get your comments. So yes, I will, let me put this right here. There we go. All right, well, I'll do a quick demo and talk a little bit about what I've been up to lately in terms of hooping in life. All right, chakra baby, yes, you're on my floor. I don't want to step on you. No. All right. Oh, don't throw a fit. All right. Kind of end it right there. So if you guys saw anything specific I did in that little demo and you want to know what it was, then comment down below and I'll try to teach you through it. If you're trying to practice something in your own personal hoop dance practice, let me know and I will try to help you through it. Now, if you just want to, like I said, just do a general comment on hooping or anything that's going on in your life, especially under the topic of loving life. Maybe you're going through something kind of hard and you want to just kind of put it out there to the hooping community and get some feedback. Don't feel shy about opening up. You know, it's a very loving community, and that's why I've always felt very comfortable putting my problems and fears and sadness into the community because it's always been there to kind of comfort me. So don't feel shy. And I'm going to try to kind of open this up with what's going on in my life while more of you kind of flood in and get your comments and questions ready. I already see that we have some coming in, so don't feel shy. It's really fun to hear from you guys, and it always makes me feel better, especially right now. Speaking of right now, I'm going to go turn my AC down a little bit because I'm starting to get a little roasty up in here. So 1 second. Chakra, do something cute, or don't. Got it. All right. So, anywho, loving life. So first off, I was able to go to the Hoop Jam, Hoopalicious, Anna Reichenbach, Hoopalicious, was in Sarasota this weekend teaching a workshop, and she taught a lot about kind of sass and body rocking, which is something she's very focused on. And it was really cool to get to be around a lot of people that came from out of town to go to the workshop and the jam and get to experience that together. So if you've never taken any of Anna's workshops, I really suggest doing that if she comes in your area. She also was on hoopingLIVE a while ago, I think over a year ago, and it was a really cool show, and hopefully she can be on it again soon and teach you guys some stuff that she teaches in her workshops. And so, you know, that was really fun. I was a little distant, and like I said, I've been distant. Oh, I'm not getting emotional. Chakra. I've been a little distant in terms of all of this stuff because last week I said that I wanted to kind of dedicate the show to someone that I lost. And I lost another person. And this is actually someone who I was closer to than the previous friend. It was a close family friend that I've known for a long time. And I found out on Sunday that she passed away. So I'm kind of in shock right now. I think it's just like I've lost so many people in the past 3 months. It's been 3 people in 3 months, and it's just been and that's not including people that I wasn't that these are just people I've been close to. I've known about a lot of passings as well, but people that I've been close to, especially this previous one on Sunday, have been particularly difficult. And I was talking to my mom, and we realized that, you know, everyone always says, oh, life is short, you know, appreciate what you have when you have it, live life as if it's your last or whatever. And it's just a car. And I think about that stuff a lot, and I try not to overthink it because I feel like I get myself in this huge like debate on life, like what is life? Like, what is love? What is real? What's not real? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just live life to the fullest, or am I supposed to like be serious and work? Is it a mixture of both? Like, what is it really that I'm supposed to be like freaking doing right now? Like, I hula hoop for I'm a hula hooper, you know? I'm a hula hooper that went to art school, that, you know, has problems that aren't normal, and is an emotional wreck, and really, really loves cats. And I sometimes feel like I'm this crazy, like I'm an alien, and that it's just going to be impossible for me to settle on Earth naturally because I feel so out of this world. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but I realized lately too that most of my friends are virtual, or, you know, you all, the viewers, and I don't have a lot of actual physical friends. Like, I don't have like a girlfriend that I text every day, like, hey girl, what's up? Like, you want to hang out tonight? Just randomly out of the blue. It's like I have to schedule times to hang out with certain people, if there even is a certain person. And it's kind of hard because I'm like, maybe I'm a crappy person to be around in real life, which I've been told I'm not. Someone today told me I'm like lightning, you either hate me or you love me. And maybe that's true. Maybe I'm either very hateable. Maybe I'm either very hateable or likable. I don't know. And I don't want to make this about me. I'm just trying to see if any of you can relate to this situation. I mean, I'm so afraid of growing up and like experiencing all of the scary stuff that the world has to offer, like between the Sandra Bland thing, or Sandy Bland, and, you know, people shooting each other in movie theaters, and people dying, and, you know, falling through escalators, and all these crazy things that are going on right now. It's just like, maybe I'm more aware of it, and that's why it seems like it's affecting me more. But I just feel like sometimes I want to go into a hole with no hoop, and no hoop journal, and no hoop anything, and just go into a hole and like be alone and hide from everything. And I feel like as a show host, I have this obligation to always be hooping, or always be super healthy, and, you know, put on this perfect, you know, image for all of you to look up to. But it's like, sometimes it's really hard to do because I am the furthest thing from perfect. And I know a lot of you have sent me really sweet messages saying that I'm your inspiration, and those are the messages that keep me going, to know that even through all my flaws and all the things that I might not like about myself, there's still someone out there that thinks I'm good enough to make their life a little better, and that's worth it to me. But, you know, Jesus, I feel like I'm going on a crazy rampage right now. But I don't know, maybe someone else is going through that out there, and if you are, then you're not alone. And I hope that once I get settled and I can go through all my messages, we can all be more, in touch with each other and help each other through hard times. But, if you're dealing with a lot of stuff out there, if you're dealing through loss, or if you're, dealing with personal struggles that are maybe in your control or not in your control, you're not alone. It's just being human is not easy. And I look at these, like, some people, and I'm like, God, their life. And people call them, like, some people call people like basic bitches or whatever you want to call them. And like, I look at these people's lives, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a basic bitch. Like, I want to just, or whatever that standard is. Like, I don't really get it, but I would like to be it if it means it's basic. Or maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want to have this eccentric, over emotional, creative lifestyle. I don't know. Maybe I want everything. Maybe one day I want to be a basic bitch, and the other day I want to be an emotional wreck that wears all black and listens to From First to Last. But I don't know. I guess we'll all figure this life thing out one day at a time together. But to try to wrap this back into hooping is one thing that I am sure of, that I know that brings joy into my life, and that I can do, and that at this point in my hooping career, people won't judge me or say, oh, she's not good enough. Or, and people do say that actually, but I know the people that are true hoopers and are full of love know that, like, we each are individual hoopers, and regardless of if you have the same hooping style as someone, or maybe you haven't learned a certain trick yet, you're a hooper, and that's all that matters. And that means you're important, you're special, and you're loved by a really cool community. So that's something that I try to hold on to as much as I can, knowing that I can reach out to people like you and know that, I'm not alone in this, even though most of the time it feels like I am. But maybe sometimes I try to put that on myself. Maybe I try to make myself feel alone because I feel like I deserve to be alone. Who knows? But that's my rant. Hold the people that you love close to you, and if you're in a fight with your family or something, and it's a forgivable fight, then even if it's not your fault and they say it is, maybe just say sorry. I don't know. Life's too short to live it full of regret because you didn't do something or say something you meant to say or wanted to say or felt like you should have said, or to have such a proud ego that you're unable to move past things in your life. I don't know. Or my life. I don't want to say your because it's too direct, but if you get what I'm saying, then maybe think about that. Because I can have a really big ego sometimes, and it's hard for me to kind of come down and realize that I'm wrong and need to just fess up to my flaws and my mistakes and grow up a little bit. So, comments. Oh boy, that was big. Okay. Oh my god. Well, there were comments, and now there's no comments. Oh, now there's all the comments. What is my life? Okay. Let's see. We have top comments? Newest to first. Okay. Bryant Dang. Hi, Bryant. Says, hi, Audrey. So I met up with some old friends, and they haven't changed much, and it was super fun. Man, the time change is so weird. It feels so weird watching Hooping Live in the evening. Anywho, how was your day? Are you getting enough sleep? Well, I realized there's another school near my house, and it has a similar block schedule as my school in Thailand. Should I be a full-on student or semi-new student? Well, I hope maybe I told you how my day was. My day is okay. I'm kind of doing the whole stuck in my head thing. Getting enough sleep-ish. I've been having some crazy dreams lately, so they kind of will wake me up and distract me from getting good sleep. But sleep is important, guys. Get it. In terms of school, I don't know if I should be making decisions like that for you, but I like being a student, so I really love school, so I would want to go full-time, but if you're in the situation where you can't be full-time, then do semi and maybe work on the other half. But if you're able to donate your time to a full student, then I'd say go for it and do it, because you're maybe in a space where you can. And if I could go do school again, I totally would. I did go to a really cool school though, so I Ringling College of Art and Design was incredible, so I would easily redo that for sure. Roxy Stellar says, hey, loving your flow as per usual. Thank you, Roxy Stellar. I appreciate that. Bailey Thomas says, I have hair down past my shoulder blades and length. Is there one specific way you do your hair so it won't get in the way? I feel like anyone with long hair can kind of struggle with that in terms of hooping, because a lot of people have given me kind of a little crap for my hair. Like if I'm hooping, it's always like in my face, because a lot of the times I'll look down or it'll just kind of fly in front of it. I do this a lot. I will just take my hair. Let me go grab it. Stare at nothingness for a second. Reflect on your life while I grab this. Most of the time, I will put my hair up in one of these. And I think some people give people crap for using them, but I really like them because I have kind of thin-ish hair. So I have to like kind of confiscate, words, man. Sometimes they don't work. But anyway, this was $1.90 at Forever 21, and they're small, which is good because sometimes these things are really big. But these are two small ones, and what you do is you kind of put your hair in a ponytail, stick one on there, and kind of bobby pin your hair around it. And I will just bobby pin all my hair back. And so it's either going to be all back or it's just going to be down. I don't kind of do half and half because I'm kind of at the length right now that when I put my hair up, it's kind of a little, so it doesn't really do much. But when I add longer, I know a lot of people that have really long hair will like do the braid where it starts here and kind of like will go down the side and kind of wrap around like this way or something, or, you know, put their hair up. So it's kind of whatever you feel comfortable with. If you're fire hooping, put your hair up. I definitely recommend doing that. When I fire hoop, I put my hair up and I will like I'll spray some water on it, make sure I don't have any product, because even though I perform with fire, I am scared of it and I'm afraid that I'm going to like catch a blaze and do not want to catch a blaze. So, let's see. Jim Jones says, well, hello, gorgeous. Nice to see you. Well, hello, Jim Jones. Thank you for the compliment. And it's nice to see your words. It's always kind of cool to see some people that come back a lot to the show. Bailey Thomas says, again, I totally know how you feel about friends and hanging out with them and stuff. I'm so sorry to hear about your losses. Do you believe in life after death? Ooh, we're getting deep here today on Hooping Live. I feel like I shouldn't talk. I guess this isn't technically religion, but I'll try to make this as simple as I can. I struggled with religion my entire life. I went to Catholic school when I was younger, and I didn't really fit in with that crowd. I used to bring like little witchcraft for young whatevers by Ted Andrews. I wrote this guy named Ted Andrews, who's a author of kind of holistic spiritual, I don't want to call it witchcraft, but just kind of, you know, earth magic books. I was literally like 8 years old and wrote this guy a letter and said, hey, I see fairies. None of my friends believe me, but I found your book out of, fate. Like I remember I was in a bookstore trying to find a book on unicorns because I had this vivid dream about a unicorn when I was younger, and it kept repeating since I was like 3 years old. And I was determined that I was supposed to see a unicorn. So I went to a bookstore and wanted to get a book on a unicorn. Then I gave up, and right when I was turning to leave, this one book stood out, and I went to go grab it just because of the colors, and it was a book on unicorns by Ted Andrews. And I read a few of his books when I was really young, even though it took me like months to read because they were so big. But I read them, wrote him a letter, and he hand wrote me a letter back. I got a typed letter, and then I got a handwritten letter from him. But with the handwritten letter, he sent me 2 books, and they were from his children's series that he wrote for kind of young spirituals. And he signed them and said, "Never stop believing." He's since passed, which makes me sad because I always wish I would have written him back and told him that I continued to believe. So in terms of life after death, there's the part of me that says, scientifically, no, when we die, we die. But there's the other part of me that has felt a presence so strong that it just feels like like my mind couldn't create that. Like I wasn't expecting a feeling of a presence and then it just came. Or my dreams are like, guys, my dreams are eerily vivid. I mean, so this is a crazy story. Believe me if you want. If you don't, that's fine. My parents at first didn't believe me until it was a repetitive thing and until this specific situation happened. I was a lot more susceptible to energy and, premonitions when I was younger. It's since then become a little bit faded. But my mom was vacationing in Arkansas to see her family and to see her mom, my Granny Jan. And I was back in Kansas, and I was 13. And my mom was out of town, and I had stayed back. And she came back, but while she was gone, everything was fine. She said Granny Jan had no symptoms of being sick. It was just a normal, went to go see Granny. She's doing great. Whatever, came home. While my mom was gone, I had a dream that my granny walked into my room, very vivid, not irregular, just walked into my room, sat on my bed, put her hand on my bed and said, "Audrey, I'm going to die soon, and your mom's going to be grieving. And she's going to be heavily grieving, pretty much, and you need to be there for her." And then she just kind of faded away into the corner of my room. And I remember waking up and feeling just horrified. And I asked my mom, she goes, "No, Granny's fine, nothing's wrong." Well, a week later, she was dead. And my mom mourned a lot. She was very sad. And it would be anything from that big to a dream that I, had missed the bus. And it just so happened that day the bus came 5 minutes early, and the bus ended up getting in trouble for being too early. I mean, it was weird things like that my whole life, and I still get them. I'll have loved ones visit me in a dream. Maybe it's just me getting my hopes up. I don't know. I'm kind of on the edge of, I have a lot of spirituality in my life through crystals, and, I believe in energy and healing and, some sort of unification that I call God. But I don't know. I feel like the human part of me really wants to think that there is an afterlife, so there's still something to hold on to. But regardless if I'm wrong or right, it's comforting to have that thought, knowing that that person could still be out there watching over me. And what do you guys think? I'm interested to know what you guys think of all this stuff. If you feel comfortable posting your thoughts down below, I'm always interested to know what you guys feel. Don't just think that I need to chat constantly. Like I really like hearing from you guys. So let me know, your thoughts and feelings on stuff. Let's see. Tom Monop Tom Ludlow, that's a hard one, said, just write it off as a bad day, Audrey. It happens. That's simple advice. And if I had the ability to just write things off, Tom, I would. But I hold on to things way too hard. It's annoying. So if you have any advice on how to write things off as a bad day, I am all ears because I am in desperate need of it. Carton Adam says, Christina Ramos says, Audrey, I'm so touched by what you're saying. I feel the same way when it comes to friends. I was actually having a conversation with my husband last night. I feel like people I consider my friends, like my other friends, I feel like the people I consider my friends like my other friends more than me. I get how you feel there. People enjoy hanging out with me when I'm around, but don't go out of their way to spend time with me. I'm the secondary friend out of my fringe of things. I just want to hug you right now. I would totally casually text you. Sorry. I would totally casually text you to hang out and stuff. I'm still quite new to hooping, but I'm hoping to use it to connect to people and perhaps some friends. Sorry, guys. I knew this was going to happen. I appreciate that comment. I know how you feel, and it's hard because, especially here, because I care so much about all of you and all of the hoopers that I don't know yet, because I feel like we all have a common connection that, I could use a hug from a girlfriend right now, honestly. It's like, sometimes I just wish I had some really, I have like Bonnie Brown, and I do have some really awesome women in my life. Some aren't here in Sarasota. I have a great mother and, great aunt, but to just have someone to text me and like say, and not want to go out to drink, just to say like, do you want to just paint our nails and do something stupid, or I don't know. Like sometimes I just want that, and maybe I have had that and I've just blown it off and I don't even know that I blew it off. Who knows? But thank you for the comment. Sorry I got emotional there. I guarantee you that won't be the first time or the last time. Anyway, you seem like a really cool gal, Christina, and I would totally make you not secondary. You'd be first in dairy. First, not secondary. Karis M says, hey guys, I've been stuck doing the 4 same moves and really can't seem to change it up. I was wondering if you had any tips to help out this rut. Thanks, y'all. Thanks. Love y'all. Yes, I can show you a few quick things that I've been working on personally. I don't know what 4 things you've been stuck doing though. So if you're still watching and can kind of tell me the 4 things you're stuck doing, maybe we can help you through this. I'm glad that you posted that comment though, because if you guys are watching the video, you should be able to see the comments as well. Sometimes there are glitches in the comments, but you can reply to each other. So don't feel like you just have to talk directly to me. If I'm teaching a tutorial or someone asks for advice or something or makes a comment that relates to you and you want to say something to them, feel free to reply to them on the commenting area. So it's more of a community thing and not just a group, but just kind of like a one-on-one thing. I want you all to feel connected here on the Hooping Lives. So let me refresh this so I can see the new comments and see where we are with time. Okay. Let's see. God, the comments are being so weird right now. Okay, Becca Smith. Oh, hi, Becca. Wherever you are. Says, I'm kind of glad to see that so many people and others understand and can relate. I think it's one of those things that adults have to learn when it comes to balancing life. Yes, it is. No one said being an adult was going to be easy. I mean, I know I was always told that I always thought it was going to be easier growing up and having freedoms, but sometimes I just wish I had my mom to tell me when to eat and when to go to bed and have a freaking curfew and have her tell me who she approved of and who she didn't approve of, even though she still kind of does that. You know, sometimes having full control of our own lives can be hard, especially when we don't really know what we're doing. But let's see. Sorry, the comments are all out of whack right now. Let's see. Okay, let me try to go back through these. It's like the comments are like mixing up right now, so I don't know. So sorry if I've skipped you. I didn't mean to. Hurrah, Ron, or Ran, probably Hurrah, Ron says, go to the library and read the Korean. I did, and it was very interesting subject I did for my class. The Korean. I like to write down some of the things you guys advise me to do, so let me write it down. If they have an audiobook, I can probably get through it, but sitting down to read has not been something I've been very good at lately. But I do really like audiobooks. I've never been to the library in Sarasota. I like the one at Ringling, though, at the college I went to. That was always kind of a comforting place. But I hope that I have time to sit down and read a book soon. That sounds like really nice, to just sit down and be like, oh, what are my obligations? To read a book. That would be great. I'd probably play a video game instead, but maybe reading the Korean would be a good idea. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's see. Oh, and Hurrah Ron also says, Audrey, let's take a break from life. Let's dance to the song Lean on Me by Major Lazer. You are so serious. To the song Lean On by Major Lazer, so serious. Lean On. I don't know that song. I will write it down though. Sorry, I'm not trying to be serious. I hope I'm not making you guys mad. I was gonna cancel the show tonight because I was afraid that people were gonna be annoyed by what I had to say, but someone convinced me to go out there and talk about this regardless, because maybe someone else had been dealing with it. And if I was able to connect with one person tonight, that's all that matters, I guess. But sorry that I'm not trying to be serious. I'm trying to be goofy as I usually am, but sometimes things are too heavy and the goofiness feels like there's a giant rock on top of it. And yeah, so sorry. Anyway, moving forward. Michelle Wood says, dang, why is this such an emotional episode? Because I'm an emotional person. Is it Michael? Michelle? Michael? I don't know. I'm so bad. I think it's Michael Woods. I've never understood. The name Michael still blows my mind to this day. The E and the A just don't make sense. So if your name is, it's Michael. Sorry. I'm not trying to make this an emotional episode. I'm just in such a lull right now. Sorry guys. Okay, let's see. Some of the people, let's see. Jenna Dodd says, some of the people I show how to love weaving and want to know more variations. Any good ones you know of? Yes, I do know some variations of weaving. Shaka, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so if you have your basic weave down, is a 2-beat, and then there's a 3-beat weave, And 3-beat was kind of hard for me to learn, but when I picked up poi was when I was able to learn how to successfully weave or do the 3-beat weave. So if you need to pick up some poi to teach people or to learn how to weave in your own personal hoop dance, then I suggest trying that. I don't do a lot of weaving, but some stuff that I like to do is, let's see, I'll go into a weave and you can come into like, it's like a good transition for like isolations. If you want to go a little bit, let's see, larger, these two hoops don't match, but if you're weaving, there's like things where you can do the weave. I haven't done this forever. Let's see. I think that was it. Yeah, it was something like that. Sorry, guys, I haven't done this one in a while. And then you like end up here in this kind of like globe looking thing, and then you can come around. I don't have a lot of space, but I'm trying to do as best as I can. And then you kind of end up back to square one where you can, you know, bring the hoops together to look kind of like one hoop, and then they're out again. If you weave, you can do like a weave, isolate, and kind of do like an iso pop. There's a few different things. I don't do a lot of weaving anymore, but one thing I do have as a tip for it is to play with poi and try to understand the arm movements of certain things, so you kind of have a basis of what you're supposed to be doing once you pick up the hoops. Hand movement can be hard though, because you can do like where they spin around the thumb, or you have like a palm spin, or you know, they spin around your hand. Bless you. I don't know, but if you have any further questions on that, or if anyone has any tips or tricks or links, please put those in the comments down below so we can all kind of share them as a unit. Let's see. We have Gavin Tigirl. I don't know where. Gavin Tigirl says, what size hoop did you use when you first started learning? I purchased a hoop from Outward Spiral. Good choice. 39 inches and heavy. I can do basic hooping with it, but don't think I will be able to advance past that with the hoop as it is so heavy and large. Did you learn to do shoulder work on a hoop this large? What would you recommend? Thanks. Great question. Outward Spiral, first of all, is my friend Bonnie Brown, and she makes awesome hoops. It's the person I get my hoops from. If you go to hoopingLIVE.com, you can find the link to Outward Spiral and use the discount code hoopinglive2015 to get your own hoop. If you want to email Bonnie or myself and kind of learn about hoop size and what works for you, you can email hoops, HOOPS, at hoopinglive.com, and only email that about sizes, not about tricks. That's kind of more on the craft of hoop and what you want, and if you want to order one, what kind you're going to get. Again, that's hoops, HOOPS, at hoopinglive.com. And I started out with a 42-inch and then had a 40-inch. I immediately went down from a 42 to a 40-inch, and I did learn chest hooping on that, and I actually learned chest hooping in my opposite current on that size too, even though I'd been hooping a few years down the road. I definitely suggest learning with a bigger, heavier hoop with chest hooping, because you can really kind of learn how to properly do that and kind of understand more of a slow flow instead of using a smaller, quicker hoop, which kind of makes it tougher to really understand each part of the movement that it takes to really get in tune with shoulder hooping. So, and I believe with all on-body hooping, it's that way with bigger hoops. Now, if you want to go off the body, which it kind of sounds what you're talking about with being able to advance, Chakra, come on, stop. I always recommend having a bigger hoop and a smaller hoop so you can do some on-body stuff and do some off-body stuff. So maybe get like a 34 or something inch hoop that works for off-body so you can not feel like you're hoisting this giant hoop around off your body that you can't really do, or feel like you're going to give yourself a bloody nose if you do a toss. I hoop with a 32 inch because it's big enough for me to really feel comfortable on body and off body. So eventually you'll find that comfort zone, but until then, I always recommend having a variation of hoops. Ryan RNCD McDonald says, please give me a shout out because I want everyone to know I support you and how amazing you are. Well, Ryan McDonald, thank you. I appreciate that. Support is good because Hooping Live is really important to me, and I know it's really important to other people. So if you're a viewer, regardless if you're a hooper or not, I appreciate you watching. Let's see. Jessica Street says, hello, my dear. Hello, Jessica Street. Chakra, stop. He'll just walk around the house meowing when I don't pay attention to him. You don't know if I'm talking to you or not. Jessica Street also says, are you married? I understood you to say my husband. No, I am not married. I was reading a comment from Christina who said she was talking to her husband. So I was reading a comment. I am not married. There is no ring upon it. Let's see, how much time do we have? All right, we're running out of time. Let me try to get through all these. Roxy Stellar says, humanity is, surprise, surprise, more complicated than we normally think. Keep it up, exquisite composure. I like that. Thank you. Okay. Hello there, Mr. Kitty Cat. Yes. D Jennings, hello D, says, first of all, I need to tell you that your hair is on point tonight. Thank you. Second, you are human, Miss Audrey. You have the right to feel any which way you need to feel. Embrace the feeling and embrace yourself. You are exactly where you need to be. You are a beautiful being. Sending you lots of love and light, friend. XOXO. Thank you, D. I always appreciate your comments. You're always very kind to me, and I appreciate how supportive you are of the show and your dedication to the show and commenting. So thank you guys for the support. I didn't want this to be like a pity party. I kind of wanted it to be more of a, I don't know what I was trying to do. Maybe just make someone else not feel alone. But I appreciate your all's support. And I want you to know that if you guys are ever dealing with anything, I'll try to be there for you as best as I can, because you guys are always here for me and so supportive. So thank you. And hopefully you at least learned something tonight about hoop dance. I know that there hasn't been a lot of hooping involved, but I have a hoop video coming out soon, so that's kind of exciting, I guess. Anyway, let me see. I'm going to refresh this one more time, but I do need to kind of wrap up the show here soon. Let's see. Here we go. Michael, God, I hope that's Michael. Michael Wood says, well, anyways, talk about religion. When I was little, it was the norm to believe in God, and there is no exception to believe in it. Fast forward to when my dad died in 2009. My condolences. That's where it all started, the God and religion thing for me. It was a long journey, and I felt if all this myth is true, if God really existed in the long journey, I felt if all of this myth is true, if God really existed. In a long journey, I found communities that are skeptic, and through their work on helping the world with science, I can be safe knowing and confidently choose the option that I choose, and that is a proud atheist. Well, that's good. As long as you have something that you can choose and feel confident in, I think that's all that matters. You know, I've never been really anyone to judge religion. My mom, like I said, I went to Catholic school, and my mom traveled a lot to Asia and, all over for work, and would bring home statues, which I still have, of different gods, and say, well, this is how, these people view God, and these are how these people view God. And she kind of has always kept me open to the idea of what felt comfortable for me. So I kind of had the same experience when I had all of my grandparents kind of pass away in a period of time. I kind of lost faith and for a while, but the only thing I can really hold on to is, I know this sounds so lame sometimes, but just knowing that, there's love out there, regardless of where you find it or who it's with. There's some sort of love, even if it's just with, little furry friends that like to steal your seat. Sometimes that's enough to hold on to feel sane. Hey, chocolate. My little sweetie pie. Bailey Thomas says, okay, sorry for commenting 3 times. It might be getting annoying. No, commenting never gets annoying. I love it. Thank you. But, and this may sound weird, I do believe in life after death. My religion has taught me, and I have felt the Spirit, what my religion calls the Holy Ghost, testify to me, and that I will see loved ones again. It may sound pretty weird and a little sketchy, but I would encourage you to pray about your situation. Prayer always helps me when I'm going through something rough. You know what I really love about this, and I hope no one gets offended that the fact that religion has come up in this episode, but that, we can all unify together and be individuals in religion and in dance, and still have, the unification of the hoop. So I really love that, and at this point I kind of respect all views of whatever makes people happy. So thank you guys for opening up and being honest about how you feel and feeling comfortable enough to talk about it on the show. That shows a lot of, confidence and courage in your part. So good job. Jenna Dodd says, you have a very interesting thoughts, Audrey. I too believe in crystals having higher power, and I can carry like 5 to 10 crystals in my pocket or purse anywhere I go. Well, I do the same thing. People get in my car and they're like, what? Let's see. I'm gonna take this. Oh god, I don't. Oh, let's see how I can get through here. I've been stuck doing isopops, chest, shoulder hooping moves, and chest rolls. Also, sorry to hear you've been having a crappy day. You should always be able to let your feelings out to us. I'll be praying for you. And I think I speak for the most of us in Hoopers when I say we will listen and be here for you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to know that I don't have to feel like I have to hide away from you all if I'm having a bad day, and it's so happens to be a Monday at 9 o'clock when the show starts. So thank you for that. And this is Karis M that said she was stuck doing the same 4 things. So let me do a little demo to go through some things to move on through. And if you guys have any additional help, you can comment on her comment and help her through this. So you're stuck doing isolations and isopops, shoulder and chest hooping, and chest rolls. So, okay, so it sounds like you need to get, I don't know if you're funky, but if you can get funky, I would suggest it. Let me see if I can go grab a bigger hoop real quick. I guess we're doing this one. All right. Oh, little kitty. Okay, so if you're doing isopops and chest rolls, then some things you can do is kind of try to, if you're blending all that together, then great. But I always like to bring a lot of funk, sounds so lame, funk into my hooping. And so if you're doing isolations, maybe practice on like footwork or what you can do that could kind of be cool with that, and how you can maybe interact your other parts of your body with your isolation or your isopops. Like maybe like if you pop out, kind of bringing it like your leg in and out like that, or whatever feels comfortable, like coming out like that. Sometimes kind of one of the signature things that I do is I'll go from an isolation and I'll isopop, and when I come in, I'll grab the hoop and do a smear. And when I do that smear, I kind of roll my hips, and then I'll come back around and I'll come out as if I were going to stall like this, but I'll pull the hoop around and I'll start chest hooping. So it kind of brings that isolation and isopop like you were talking about onto the chest, you know, and instead of going like this, which, you know, a lot of people do, is just kind of bring one arm out at a time. I'll practice on kind of doing variations of that. And I'll kind of, maybe I'll go in and out like this. I'll focus on like one arm. And when I do that, I kind of bring it up as if I was going like that. And sometimes that can look kind of fun. There's always reversing. And if you're chest hooping and you want to, let's see, I don't know, be goofy, some things you can do, like if you're confident in chest hooping, you can you can go down to the ground and practice with variations of levels. So if you're having problems with only using 4 of those moves and it's kind of hard for you to work on what I'm talking about, maybe just change up your, you know, where you are, like in terms of elevation. So maybe when you're isolating, you could come down to the ground, and, you know, work on that. Maybe have your isopops become like ghosting isopops that can come around like this. And, you know, just really work with different variations, and, you know, maybe watch videos and write down certain things that really stick out to you or that really like resonate with your style of dance. You know, don't force anything. One thing I was talking about, God, my seat has totally been taken. One thing that I have been talking about with a lot of hoopers, look at this. Yeah. Is that a lot of people will, I don't know who it was, it's actually been a few people will say, what was the hoop that Audrey used in such and such occasion? And even though it won't be the proper size for them, they will continue to say, oh, well, I still want that size, thinking that that exact hoop, exact size is going to be the key to them hooping the way I hoop, which in fact, and I did the same thing. I swear to God, I did the same thing. And it doesn't work. It makes you kind of rushed through your process, in my personal opinion. So take things slow and figure out what your inner dancer is, and, you know, work through that and see how that goes. So hopefully that helps. I hope it does. It sounds like, you know, if you're ever in a rut, you know, you can get the hooping diary that I've always recommended and write down your ideas, thoughts, on hooping, and because plateaus happen. I mean, let me tell you guys, I have spent time where I haven't hooped for like a week, and, you know, nothing got any better. So let's see. I will take, let's see. All right, 2 more comments, and then we're gonna end the show. Vanessa Kerfoot says, "Hey Audrey, I am just passing by tonight. I caught a glimpse of what is going on in your life and wanted to send you lots of love. I will be sure to watch the full live stream and post timestamps on another day. Take care. Well, thank you, Vanessa, and I'm glad you're able to catch some of the live show. We have from Earth Brown says, I enjoy your channel and at times get to catch it live. Seems like you have a lot on your mind tonight. I know it's easier said than done from a personal experience, but try not to think too much. Feel good about yourself, though you have the ability though know that you have the ability to get through all of this. Experience all the feelings and you will get through it and grow. That's being alive. Kudos. And often in the morning, one will awake with a new perspective or at least feel better. Also, I really believe in soaking in a hot bath cures everything. Ha, be well. Thank you. I believe that too. Hot baths are a miracle. So guys, thank you so much for tonight. I was really nervous about doing the show, and I'm glad that you all were so supportive and loving and honest and open. I like that a lot. If you have any other things you want to be honest and open about in terms of the show or in your hooping practice or whatever, you can email me at info@hoopinglive.com. You can find all of our information at hoopinglive.com. Like us on Facebook, and our show, like I said, is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Sometimes we like to have special guests on the show. I'm going to try to have a lot more. It's been tough with the move, but soon I'll be in a new space that will be all dedicated to Hooping Live, and hopefully I will be able to really make this focused and good. Again, thank you so much. And if I didn't answer your question, I'll try to go back to the shows and answer them. Like I said, you can rewatch any of the shows if you want. And I appreciate you guys being there for me, and I hope I can be there for you in your time of happiness or struggle or whatever you're going through. We're hoopers, and we do have one thing in common, so we need to remember that. And I guess we have things to smile about. And thank you for cheering my day up. I don't know if I would have been able to get through this night without talking to you guys. So yeah, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time on hoopinglive.com.